we were studying about filters and active filters. So today we are going to look at the filters that have a, a magnitude response that looks closer to what the ideal response looks like. So for example, for a low pass filter, the ideal response says there must be a sudden cutoff frequency such that below that frequency the output is 1, and after that frequency, for signals of higher frequency, the output is 0. So h of j omega magnitude when plotted against omega is such a filter with a sharp cutoff frequency, not sharp, in fact a sudden cutoff frequency. In real life, this is not what happens. So if I draw a practical filter, let me draw right on it, then we will see that typically at cutoff frequency, the magnitude is 0.707. I am assuming that the filter is not providing any amplification, so the maximum amplification is 1. If there is amplification, obviously this point is 0.707 of the max value possible. So for a practical filter, the filter would be something like this. So the question is this acceptable to us for all applications? It may be acceptable in some applications, but this may not be very acceptable in other applications. So we see in the practical filter case, there is no frequency below which we can say that the frequencies pass really well, and for higher frequencies it passes very poorly. In fact, it is a gradual decline in the frequency response. So can we make a filter that looks that has a sharper transition from pass band? This is the pass band and this is the stop band. So can we make filters that have a sharper transition from pass band to stop band? And before I go into that detail, let me also remind you that an active low pass filter can be created by having a capacitor in the feedback loop, and if we have all components of value 1, then we know that the transfer function for this low pass filter will be something like this, -1 over s plus 1. And if we plot a Bode magnitude plot by plotting HdB, which is 20 log of h of j omega magnitude, then for such a filter, we see that the cutoff frequency is 1 plus s over 1. So the cutoff frequency, or the critical frequency, not the cutoff frequency, the critical frequency where there are corners in the Bode plot, also known as the corner frequency, is s is equal to omega is equal to 1 radian per second, because this is a prototype. This is a prototype low pass filter. This is a prototype low pass filter. We use this to know what kind of circuit we are using, and then we use scaling to get practical values, practical component values, and required cutoff frequency. For this, the cutoff frequency is, which is also the corner frequency, the critical frequency is 1 radian per second. So at this omega equal to 1, 20 log of 1 is 20. So we have, in fact, this will be 1 here for lesser frequencies. So log of 1 is 0. So 20 log of 0, 20 into 0 is 0. So we have a low pass filter with 0 magnitude until 1, and then is downward slope, because this is a denominator term, with the slope of minus 20 dB per decade, and this point is the corner frequency. To make it a cutoff frequency, we know we apply a correction here. So if we apply the correction, and this correction is always how much is basically this correction, how much below the max value is this correction, is the 3 dB, 3 dB for one factor of this kind, 1 plus s over omega something, say some frequency omega I. So if there is one factor in the denominator, we have a correction of 3 dB per decade. If there are two, s plus 1 into s plus 1, then we will have a 6 dB correction. So this smooth curve that passes through this is a better, while this one is an approximate magnitude Bode plot. Bode was a scientist, so B is capital, and this one is, these ones are corrected magnitude Bode plots. So we have a correction of 3 dB here. That's important to note. So basically I have revised everything. We were studying about the active filters. We have prototype filters. For a low pass filter, we use such a circuit. The HFS is something like this, and then scaling is going to help us to convert this circuit to values of the components that we require. We use magnitude scaling for that, and the cutoff frequency, what we desire, can be achieved through frequency scaling. So there are two kind of scaling: magnitude scaling and frequency scaling. This was just a review, and we have already covered all this. I just intend to remind this to you so that we can build on that to see how we proceed with something that is more desirable. So the question that I asked here was, with such a filter with a first order pole at 1, minus 1 in fact, we are going to have a response that is this sharp. In the Bode concept, Bode plot concept, basically it is minus 20 dB per decade. But the question that I wish you to focus on is, can we have a filter exactly with a corner here at 1, but with a higher or with a sharper downward trend, the sharper transition. So for example, with minus 20 dB per decade, how can we have this? So it's simple. If we had two filters of the same minus 20 dB per decade downward slope at 1, and we cascade them together, we are going to get a filter that would have a sharper transition. So if I just exaggerate this view for you to understand, suppose this is a filter with although I have made it quite sharper here, it is less sharp actually. So let me make this. This is a magnitude plot for an h of s, that is this one. And if I want this one to be a sharper transition, I need a higher order filter, or the h of s for such a thing can be achieved by cascading two such filters. So we have minus 1 over s plus 1 into minus 1 over s plus 1, that is minus 1 over s plus 1 whole square. So if we have such a transfer function, which obviously can be realized through making a low pass filter and then cascading it with itself or another low pass filter of exactly the same component values. So all component values are same. The transfer function for this is this, and for the overall transfer function, it is the transfer function of this multiplied by transfer function of this, that is, we get this. What is going to happen for the Bode plot? So in this case, the corner frequency is still 1 radian per second, and the highest, this value is 1. Now we have a double pole, a double pole at -1, or this frequency because of this factor having a square here in the denominator, we are going to draw this as a downward slope of -40 dB per decade. So this is very important, and you should understand how we draw factors on Bode diagram that have higher orders. However, important point is, now if we want to apply the correction, because we have two such terms, for each single order factor we apply a correction of 3 dB, then for both we are going to apply a correction of 6 dB. And if we make a smoother curve, then this would be the corrected plot. And if we had that earlier minus 20 dB per decade slope filter, a single order filter, then the 3 dB correction would apply, and it would look something like this. But there is a very interesting question that I wanted to bring to your notice. That was why I basically discussed all this. Now in this filter, the first order low pass filter, the cutoff frequency was the corner frequency. But in this case, when we apply correction of 6 dB here, do you observe that the corner, what has happened to the cutoff frequency? Will it remain same, 1, become greater, or become less? So this is the graph. By definition, the cutoff frequency on a Bode diagram is where omega c is where the curve, the magnitude Bode plot is 3 dB less than max HDB value. So in this plot, the max value is 0. This is 0. And this 3 dB correction is applied at this point, and this is the minus 3 dB point. Because it's a denominator term, so it is applied downward. If this term would have been in the numerator, we would apply the 3 dB correction in the positive sense. Here we had applied a 6 dB correction. So this at omega c, at this critical frequency or the corner frequency is 1 radian per second. But by definition, we want to find the point where the curve is 3 dB, and can you see it passes from here. So basically this frequency is going to be the cutoff frequency. So what has happened? Cutoff frequency has reduced. So two low pass filters with each with omega c equal to 1 radian per second will, when cascaded, will have a cutoff frequency that would be less than 1 radian per second. So this is an issue. We are going to get frequencies that are, when we keep increasing the order of a low pass filter, we are going to get a nice thing, and the nice thing is that the magnitude response will look more like the ideal one. So we are going to get faster transitions, and for higher and higher filters we are going to get this quicker transitions from the pass band to the stop band. But the big thing that is creating the issue here, another issue that is also associated one. So if this was the cutoff frequency for filter of order 1, let me put this 1 in the subscript, in the what do we call this? This is a subscript. This is a, I've forgotten the name. So this is for a second order filter, and then as we keep on increasing the order of the filter, then the cutoff frequency will keep reducing. Luckily, we have frequency scaling to adjust that frequency once again. So if we are using two low pass filters, each of 1 radian per second cutoff frequency, then both of them together will have a cutoff frequency less than 1, and we would have to use the frequency scaling to get to the desired value that we are looking to have a filter for. So this is, I hope you understood the point here. Now the question, one of the questions that I wish to ask you, suppose we have um, let us say, for the sake of or let us take it keep it general. So we have an nth order low pass filter made using the same circuit. So h of s would be minus 1 over s plus 1 power n. The question is, what will be the cutoff frequency? We know the cutoff frequency of omega c for minus 1 over s plus 1 is 1 radian per second. But we need to find the cutoff frequency for minus 1 over s plus 1 whole power n. So for finding the cutoff frequency, we actually should be looking at h of j omega magnitude, and that would be equal to minus 1. The magnitude will be 1 divided by 1 plus j omega by 1. If you remember, we write it this way. So the magnitude of this thing, and then we are going to get 1 over 1 plus omega square root. So basically we can use our mathematical prowess or ability to see that we can for a if we had a factor of this n here. So basically when we have this n here, we are going to get this whole thing to the power n. So basically this whole thing power n, for this particular case we are going to get this thing. So this means that 1 over 1 plus, let me call that omega Cn as the cutoff for nth order filter, right? So this is the nomenclature. 1 over 1 plus omega Cn square root power n is equal to 1 by under root 2. We know the max value for this transfer function is going to be 1, and the for omega is equal to omega Cn, the magnitude would be 0.707 or 1 over under root 2. And we can see this means that omega Cn square 1 plus omega Cn square is equal to 1 over 2 power 1 by n. How? If we take the 1 by n power of both sides, we will eliminate this n from here, and we are going to get the power of 1 by n here. And then if we take the square of both sides and the reciprocal obviously, then we are going to get this square root eliminated. We will ignore the negative expression because the frequency is positive, and this is going to give us omega Cn equal to square root of 2 to the power 1 by n, this in the power minus y. So I remember the name, this is known as the superscript. This is subscript, this is superscript. So when you write something like A and something here, this is the subscript, and something here is the superscript, just for your reference. So this is the formula that tells us the cutoff frequency, how the cutoff frequency is going to change for this circuit when the order is going to change. So for example, for n is equal to 4, the new cutoff frequency omega C4 would be equal to 2 raised to the power 1 by 4 minus 1 square root. Let me do it here. 2 raised to the power 1 by 4 is the same as taking square root twice. This is what we get, minus 1, and then we take the square root, okay, to get 0.435 radian per second. So that's very important to know what is the current frequency of a circuit where 4 low pass first order filters are used. For example, this one that I have drawn, this is going to have a cutoff frequency of 0.435. Now if someone says, okay, I want to do this problem here, I don't want to flip it, so please bear with me. I have little space now to work. Suppose the question says, make a low pass filter of order 4th order with cutoff frequency of 4000 radian per second. It's not because of this 4, it can be any number. 4000 radian per second, and a pass band gain of 10. So what we would do, we know the gain of this whole thing is 1. The one gain, one gain, one gain, one gain. The overall gain is still 1. So if we need a gain of 10, we can do it in several ways. We can make the gain of this one 2, the gain of this one 5, then the gain of this 1 and the 1. and the overall gain would be 10, or any combination. We can take the 1/4 power of 10 and provide that much gain in each one of them to get a overall gain of 10. But what I want to demonstrate here is the scaling. So we know, for if we draw this circuit, that is the filter that we are looking for, but the cutoff frequency for this one is 0.435, and here we want a cutoff frequency that is 4000. So the new frequency is 4000 radian per second, the current frequency is 0.435. So therefore the frequency scaling factor is going to be 99195. 9195, sorry, this is a factor. And now it is basically for you to choose what you are going to use. So let us say I am going to use all the capacitors equal to 1 microfarad, and the current capacitors are 1 farad. So what will be Km? Km will be the current value C and the new value C dash. So 1 over 1 micro 10 raised power minus 6. So we are going to get Km of 10 raised power 6. This is also a factor. Now we can design, all the C's are already decided. So basically this is the new C dash. So current ones are C and R. The new ones are C dash and R dash. So the new R dash now would be Km into R. That's it. Oh, one very important thing that I have forgotten here is that Kf. So the formula says C dash is equal to C over Km into Kf. So then Km is equal to C over C dash into Kf. So I have forgotten that Kf here. So this, and then in the denominator we have this 9195 as well, and Km would be 10,000 or 1 million divided by 9195. That would be Km would be 108. 108 does not look like a good choice of a resistor value in an op-amp, although I would not detect any marks, but I would prefer to have Km to be something like around 1000 or bigger, so that R's are in kilo ohms. So perhaps we can say this is, all the capacitors are 10 microfarad, so we have 10 raised to power minus 7 here, and we are going to get Km is equal to 1088. So this is going to give us all the values of resistors to be equal to 1088 ohm. So with these values of the components, we are going to get a filter that has a cutoff frequency of 4000 radian per second. And for the gain, for example, you can change this resistor to be 10 times less than this one, or you can do it in several ways. So for example, if I am to design, I would prefer designing a filter. Each of them can provide a gain of 1.778. So the gain of this one is 1.778, means this resistor has to be 1.778 times less than this one. This one is, so I am writing those values with red. So all these become 1088. Suppose this resistor is possible to obtain, and all these are 10 raised to the power minus 7, 10 raised to the power minus 7 in all the standard units. So all the capacitors are these values. Then all these will be 1088 divided by 1.778. We get something like 612. So I have provided the same gain, this gain to each of them. So what will be the overall gain? 1.778 overall gain would be 1.778 power 4. 1.778 squared is around 10. So that was my choice to implement this filter. So this is just a question that has been completely done for you, and several of the past things reviewed, and it is basically in the revision that we spend a lot of time. The new concept is a simple one, and you can fairly easily understand if you try to do it yourself. And by the way, if now I have to draw the Bode diagram for this filter as well, then since we know the passband gain is 10, it's not 1 actually, is 10, and 20 log of 10 is going to be 20. So at a cutoff frequency, we are going to have 20. This is 20 dB. Let us not write the dB here because HDB is understood to be in dBs. So this point is 20. Then we have a cutoff frequency. I am choosing to say that let this cutoff frequency be 4000 radian per second on the semi-log or logarithmic scale of x-axis. And then we are going to have a slope that would be minus 80 dB per decade. Why would this be minus 80 dB per decade? Because this is a fourth order filter. We have 4 such factors in the denominator, and the correction that we are going to apply here would be 3 into 4, 12 dB. So if this is 20, this is 10, we are going to have a correction here, and the overall, let me draw it with the blue one, is going to be a filter let us make a smooth curve to make this. Now there is, although this was a quick idea for us to see that the filter may look like this, but in reality there is something that is incorrect here. I want you to point this out on the Google Classroom. I am going to make a post for this particular question, that you need to point out what is wrong in this Bode magnitude plot. There is something starkly wrong and odd. If you understand all the concepts, it will pinch you. There is something very wrong here. So I have just made this to see how many of this will be the 8 dB point, 8, because the correction applied had been of 12 dB and this point is 20 dB. So what's wrong here? You are going to post that in replies to the post I am going to make for this question. What is wrong in this Bode magnitude plot for the fourth order low pass filter? And in the next video, we are going to see the efforts of some scientists. There are several, but we will choose one of the filters, one of the scientists who had made higher order filters and who had come up with circuits that can implement higher order filters more easily than this application, for example. And it has some beauties as well, and we are going to look at that.